Addiction is a serious problem. Here's the definition of addiction according to the American Society of Addiction Medicine. Addiction is a chronic disease of brain reward. This is reflected in an individual pursuing reward and/or relief by substance use and other behaviors. The substance in question can be anything that is going to activate and maintain the brain reward circuitry. And yes, you guessed it, food can do it. I used to be addicted to cheese and sugar. A while ago, I got rid of my addiction by using two very easy steps that I'm going to share with you. Intermittent fasting and the use of a certain type of food during the first meal of the day right after the fast. Intermittent fasting consists in eating your food in a 6 to 8 hour window and not eating for a period of 16 to 18 hours every day. This is not a video on intermittent fasting. I'll make one later specifically on why you should use intermittent fasting as a way to feed yourself and what are the benefits of intermittent fasting. In this video, I just want to focus on how intermittent fasting can help you break food addictions. Food addictions are linked to frequent eating during the day. One side effect of not eating for 16 to 18 hours every day is that you will recondition your nervous system and the desire for addictive food will slowly disappear. The second mechanism to control your addictions is to eat the right food at the end of your fasting period. Intermittent fasting is going to condition you to crave the food that comes at the end of the fast. You see, we are not as in control as we think we are. Well, if we were, we wouldn't have addictions in the first place, right? Eat this at the end of your fasting period and your addictions will become weaker and weaker. Eat this instead and you'll be more and more miserable. Two more things. First, you're going to have to recondition your taste buds. Listen to Dr. Greger tell you more about this. More information on Dr. Greger below the video.
How can we overcome our built-in hunger drives for salt, sugar, and fat? We now have scientific evidence to back up the claim that if you go a few weeks cutting down on junk food and animal products, your tastes start to change. We now think humans may actually taste fat, just like we taste sweet, sour, salty, and people on low-fat diets start liking low-fat foods more and high-fat foods less. Our tongues may actually become more sensitive to fat. And the more sensitive our tongue becomes, the less butter, meat, dairy, and eggs we eat. Whereas a blunted taste for fat, if we pile too much of it into our face, is associated with eating more calories, more fat, more dairy, meat, and eggs, and being fatter ourselves. And this change in sensation, this numbing of our fat sensation, can happen after just a few weeks. Put people on a low-salt diet, and over the weeks they like the taste of salt-free soup more and more, and the taste of salty soup less and less. Your tastes physically change. If you let them salt their own soup to taste, they add less and less the longer on the low-sodium diet. Tastes just as salty with half the salt. A control group liked lots of salt in their soup, but for those who had been on salt-restricted diets, regularly salted foods taste way too salty and actually preferred soup with less. People should be assured that their diet may gradually become more acceptable as their taste for salt diminishes. The longer we eat healthier foods, the better they taste.
Understand that your body is hungry for carbs, fat, and protein, but also for nutrients. Until those nutrients are detected by your system, you will be hungry. Okay, let's first look at the reconfiguration of your taste buds. Compare your taste buds to your eyes. People on a diet of ice cream, cheese, chocolate, butter, high-fat milk, high sodium and high sugar have taste buds that are conditioned to be satisfied with a lot of stimulation. These foods are so rich that the taste buds are overwhelmed and have decreased sensitivity. Think of your taste buds used to food with high fat and high sugar content as your eyes used to full bright sun. The pupil is very narrow and lets very little light enter the eye. If suddenly you enter a darker room, you can't see anything for a few seconds. Your taste buds function the same way. Ice cream, cheese produce a lot of stimulation. When you step in the culinary darker room by eating what I call normal human food, such as various plants, your taste buds are not able to really perceive what's going on here. The food tastes bland and boring. On a diet of fried chicken and cheese, kale or even an apple are not going to have a chance. There is a big difference between your eyes and your taste buds. Your eyes take a few seconds to adjust from bright sun to darker environments. Your taste buds need a few weeks. Your body is also hungry for nutrients, not just fat and sugar. But most of us don't crave zinc or magnesium. We crave fat, sugar, and protein. So, if you are not meeting your requirement for vitamins and minerals, your body is going to try to obtain them by making you hungry for fat and sugar until these micronutrients are detected. If all you eat is refined food with a lot of fat and sugar, you will never eat these nutrients and you will stay hungry for fat and sugar because that's what you know. So, in the meal that breaks your fast at the end of those 16 to 18 hours, it's very important that you have many fresh vegetables to cover a wide array of vitamins and minerals. So here's the recap for you. To break your addictions, use intermittent fasting. In your first meal after you fast, eat a food rich in nutrients. Reconfigure your taste buds by avoiding high stimulation food. Good luck to you.